I can't say how much of that is in effect or not, because I haven't done the full research on that, obviously. But I did stumble onto a mortgage bankers group, and they were all talking about which bank would grant which type of loan, and those were the three codes: Viva, Neva, and Nina loans. And Nina was the first one to go. As soon as the crack hit the fan, there was a big to-do, like, who's doing Nina loans? I got somebody here with some money, they want a Nina loan. And the banks were talking to each other. Mortgage bankers were talking to each other over this forum like used car dealers. Like, okay, who can we get, who's still doing Ninas? Who's still doing Nevas? And those things went away quickly.
Yeah, they did.
Because the banks knew that these weren't sustainable anymore. They weren't going to get their money. So what did they do with the money? They shipped it overseas to other countries that didn't understand what the hell was going on. And it was bad money. These were bad loans. And they dumped them.
Yeah, because when I was down in Florida.
And Florida and Nevada were the two hardest hit.
Oh my God.
Nevada and Florida, because in Florida, it's the easiest state in the country to become a mortgage banker. And you don't have to be a bank to sell mortgages in Florida. That's why Florida went under first, because politics is local, and all that stuff's local, and you have a lot of old people who can't read the fine print.
Oh yeah, a lot of people got taken advantage of.
Yeah. And Nevada's the other one because of their state law.
What law is that?
Their state law is similar to Florida. You have these independent agencies that are not banks that were granting mortgages. Now you can tell them you can do this Nina stuff. Oh boy, recipe for disaster.
Yeah, we had people that were sleeping outside of these condo complexes that were being built.
Yeah.
And, say a year before they were finished being built, people were buying them and selling them over and over again before it was even completed.
The speculation was another aspect of it, the real estate speculation, because guess what? Everybody can get a mortgage. So now real estate, that's the hot thing, because everybody's getting loans that they can't pay because they don't have verifiable assets.
And they were walking into mortgages, at closing, getting a check instead of, actually putting anything down. 110% loans on a mortgage. Yeah. Which that mortgage was already overinflated because you had all the speculation that came from behind.
Exactly.
So now you have our country that is going, we need, to get those housing prices back where they were, not understanding that was
the original source.
It was bullshit.
Not understanding the original source.
Right.
Well, yesterday, there is hope for that, because the first things that have been attacked is the robo-signing process. These people were hired like the tax folks you see in March and April, your H&R Block, local places. They were hiring college students with no banking experience whatsoever just to put signatures on loan after loan after loan after loan. Not even reading the damn things. This was called robo-signing. And that process has been stopped. And the thing about it is, since the mortgages were then traded around from bank to bank to bank, if you can't confirm that your bank has the title, your mortgage is null and void. Well, most people don't know that.
We just ran out of gas. So wait until everything's got to be unplugged. Wait until we get that running up again, and then come back and see it.
But you see, what was I just saying?
About the robo-signing. Yeah,
the robo-signing is that when the banks traded these things around, traded these mortgages around, in order for your mortgage to be valid, the caretaker bank, the custody bank, has to have the title. And these things were traded around so much, half these banks don't have the titles anymore. And people are getting out of their mortgages entirely for free and keeping the money.
But part of the problem is, though, is that you have to be able to afford an attorney to be able to fight the bank.
No, that's incorrect. All you have to do is ask your bank. You do not have to hire an attorney to show me the title.
How many people, first of all, have that knowledge, are comfortable enough, have enough, I don't want to say self-esteem, but, to be able to sit there
but you know what? I mean, if you're willing to put your own house and your own property on the line, you should certainly have enough guts to fight for it. I mean, really, no.
No, I
mean, and it's a simple matter to say, show me the title to my own property that I have bought.
But let me give you an example.
If they don't have it, you're out of underwater. you don't have to be responsible for that property or that mortgage anymore.
But you still
You're
have
gone.
to go to court. There was a couple done in Florida who Bank of
You
America
get it annulled.
Bank of America foreclosed on these people's homes. They
Bank of
didn't even
America.
own the title.
Bank of America is different. They're trying to get their money any way they can. They're a bunch of bastards.
Oh yeah.
Bank of America is an exception to this. And the different banks are handling it differently. Some of them are saying, yeah, it is illegal. Not only that, but it is immoral. We really do not want to get caught with our hand in the cookie jar here. Oh, by the way, we don't have to worry about it anyway because we already sold all of ours. Bank of America kept theirs
Well,
because they wanted the money.
Countrywide.
They wanted the money.
Not only did they keep theirs, but they bought some of the worst that was out there.
That's why they're going under.
Right.
That's why Bank of America is going under. That's why they can't fill out their balance sheet. This is capitalism. Capitalists, hey, you screw around with the system long enough, you pull that lever enough times, it's going to come up lemons. And that's what's happening to Bank of America. Do I feel sorry for them? No, not really.
Well, what about the employees there? That really is, they go there, they have jobs,
If you're part of a company, and you know what's going on and you do nothing, you're just as culpable as people that do.
That's what I told my mother. And she is an employee of Bank of America.
Evil only prospers if good men do nothing. And if you're a member of a company and you even suspect that there's something going on, it's your duty to the citizenry, to the country itself, to report it. It's a crime. You want to be a citizen or not? You want to be a citizen or a profiteer?
Most people put their head down, and if given the chance to do whatever is illegal or immoral, to get that money, they would do it. A large portion of the 99%, if given the chance to become one of the 1%, they jump on that boat in a heartbeat.
Truly would. The difference is that part of that education process is to understand that if you want to play the game, you're putting your chips in. And that means all of them. You really are. And you are now responsible for the country. Do you really want that?
Me personally? Hell no.
But you won't have a choice. You will not have a choice. If you become a capitalist, you are responsible for the United States of America. You are the engine of wealth that maintains the standard of living. That's a vital function. Probably the most vital function in our capitalist society. Sometimes it's okay to give your customers a break. It's not just good policy. It's not just good PR. Used to be, we built stuff to last. You can ask the oldsters that. We built stuff to last because that's how you got your brand loyalty. Now we can build stuff to crap out just as soon as the warranty does to game the system to make you buy another one. Because it's real convenient to go out and buy another one. Because our standard of living is so high that we can do that. I've got 3 computers in my house. I've got a laptop in my backpack. All of those computers work. What's that tell you? Because Microsoft habitually updates its OS and its software for 2 reasons. One, to make it obsolete and incompatible with the previous version, and the second reason is hackers. The second reason is hackers. And let me tell you.
Well, people write code, and any programmer will tell you.
And I'm one of them. I used to be what's called a cracker. Before hacking became malicious.
Generators, things like that.
Well, no. What a cracker does is you get a bunch of data. It's not about code, it's about data. You get a bunch of data that's encrypted and crack the encryption. Mostly for messing around with video games saying, yeah, you know what? Screw you, I'm going to win. It's like you used to take a Rubik's Cube, get frustrated with the Rubik's Cube, throw it against the wall, break it into pieces, put the pieces back where it's supposed to go. That's cracking in terms of computing. That's what cracking does. You're not throw it against the wall, I'm going to make it work how I want it to work. We used to go in there and change the computer startup screen. Instead of saying Microsoft Corporation, we'd make it say Charles C. Cheese Incorporated. Just stupid stuff like that.
I did one of those.
Just dumb stuff. Oh! I got the table. I at least have the table.
Mic check! We need people to help pick up paper! Quickly!
Thank you, good sir. A little undermanned at the moment, and we don't want to make a mess. Thank you for helping keeping our city clean.
Yes, sir.
This kind of sucks. You know what? We may just want to hand these things out upon request instead of having them sit here.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very
Do you
much.
need some more water bottles? You want me to grab to put on top
If
of it?
you don't mind, yes,
Yeah.
please.
Put one out there instead of a full stack. Replace the one. You know, it's easier to chase down one than 50.
All right. I'm gonna take all this stuff in before it.
You're just gonna take it in?
Yeah.
Before it
I'm
absconds.
gonna put all the papers on this clipboard.
Oh, good. Except for one of each, which we want to keep up here, or how we want to do
No,
it?
I'm not gonna leave any out here now.
Right.
I know where they all are. If people want to talk to me, they can.
Great. So this goes.
Yeah.
Great. Good.
Okay.
That works.
These can stay here if you want. I'm just no.
Oh, those
You smoke
are
carrying
actually.
something?
Oh, those are somebody else's, so they might actually have to stay here for a while.
You seen any more of these?
Well, if there's any
No, we don't need any more papers up here.
if there's well, we could just go ahead and
This
put
is
it
the
there.
reaction
You can
today.
put stuff anyway.
I
So
just
if they're
put it
looking for it,
on. He was giving it to me. I was told to take it up to media, a big box of
Yeah.
these.
Yeah, media's right there.
Yeah, and then I just put it in there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
you
much
can put it
where
back
all,
because they're just being thrown everywhere.
Yeah.
that's pretty much where
Well,
all
I'm
the
actually going to
paraphernalia
keep
should go.
these early so when we go down and do the march,
Oh, you decided not.
if people want them, I can
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
We need water anyway.
Oh,
We'll just,
yeah.
I'm just,
Right.
Those are, yeah.
That's okay.
I'm just gonna take it.
All right. See y'all later.
You're amazing.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Oh,
Thank you
It does,
so
but I
much.
know what's going on.
You
Have anything
are
more?
a citizen.
I don't want the police having it for you. You're welcome.
You're a true citizen.
Does anyone else speak to Mr. John got here yet? No. Does anyone else they came yet? Because both porta pots are full.
no, I haven't seen anybody come.
We made the call. We called the number on the form on it full.
Sure, it'll take a little while to get here.
So these out as best I can here.
Are the yellow and the green the same?
I think they are.
Are they? Pass these out.
Would you like to start?
Yes, I would like to
How
start.
many?
40, 50.
40, 50?
Yeah, I could pass now on that 11 and they just like that here. Cool.
Those are nice and neat for you, not.
I'm sorry?
I said those are nice and neat.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Good call.
Oh, I love your table. It's so chic.
Oh, thank you.
It's got a lot of feng shui.
Yeah, it reminds me of my treehouse.
That's great.
I was listening to the attorney on your live stream. The attorney talking about mortgage and bankruptcy.
So you know what the Nina and Nina know.
The Nina and Pinto and Santa Maria. I'm not quite sure what language that was coming from. Only I was listening to it. I sent this wonderful long audio to David about a guy who's been working with people not to lose their homes and how he does it in a different way. Because a mortgage instrument has a loophole. The bank owns
We were just talking about this.
the bank owns the attachments, the house, but not the land. So the loophole in the mortgage note allows a person to occupy. That's what I love about it. To occupy. Once you occupy the land, whether the house is there or not, you become now the steward of the land. You own the land. And there's a legal loophole in mortgage notes. Of course, state to state it might be a little different. But as a rule, a person can actually stay in that house and continue to occupy it, go before a judge, who looks at the loophole in the language of the mortgage note and says, you're right. So I thought that was a cool thing. It's Brandon Adams, and I think his website's Credit to Commerce, or Creditors and Commerce.com. And he teaches courses all over the place on how to keep people in their houses without paying the bank back, which I think is wonderful. I know I
hadn't
gave
heard
Dave
of
the.
that loophole. That's
It's a very cool
That's
loophole.
nice.
Yes, it's very cool, and they use it all the time. And they actually teach people how to facilitators of some sort. And these people go and help people keep their homes, and they've done it
nice.
over and over and over again for several years. So I have to revisit the information. But I did send it to David. I sent it to Corey. It's very long video, audio, but the information in there is quite astounding. Not only the mortgage information, but horizontalism type community. He's planning something very cool, very huge. He's going to make it viral and really get it out there so people understand really what this is all about. Living free. No, nobody buying us, owning us, making us work, unless it's something we're passionate about. So, that's not work then, is it? So I thought that was extraordinary. So I sent it to David in his email.
Okay.
Hopefully he'll have a chance to look it over. Are you guys media as well? I
Yes.
sent it to the media. So you see something that says Luann Hoffman. It came from me. It is rather long. If you got time to check it out, there's a lot of cool information for, I think, where all the occupiers are headed and where the country will anyway. We just can make it a better way to get there. So I thought those were really cool. So I had to laugh at that. I did all that. Didn't work. I used to be an investor and bought a lot of foreclosures and try to keep them in there as long as I could. Banks were just, they didn't want us to hold on to it. They just would keep shut it down anyways. But I didn't know the loophole. I didn't know that loophole.
That's why, because they wanted to get rid of the bad costs as a class off their balance sheets. That's why. They wanted to
Absolutely.
get rid of it as soon as they could. Once they realized that the NEVA and NINA loans were not sustainable, they dumped them, and they dumped the people with them. They didn't care. They had to get rid of it off their balance sheets for their investors.
As long as the person hunkers down and they teach them legally how to do that.
Yeah.
The land is the valuable commodity.
Land
Besides
always-
silver and gold.
We can ask Quick some more about that.
Yeah. Land is the commodity. And I did send it to media and hopefully I'll have a chance to
Well, in Pennsylvania, the real purchase thing is mineral
I
rights.
would say
Well, that won't last
nowadays-
forever.
probably the
Yeah,
food
gas
tent
will last.
maybe put that information because on where it says pallets,
Yeah.
maybe actually right under there the address of where they are, and then I would say do a mic check and then maybe yeah.
Yeah, so
That's the trade-off you make.
I think there's a lot of wake-up call here. A lot of wake-up call. It's just, I was talking with one kid who was filming lives had some tension in the ranks. I guess didn't understand GA. Were you there for that one?
No.
I was just talking to him about that.
Who, David?
Yeah, I
Or
guess the tall young guy. And
Oh,
black shirt
Craig.
on. Craig. Yeah, they don't understand consensus and GA and that.
he
type of
doesn't? No, it must not
the
be correct.
people on Monday night's meeting
Oh.
were having a challenge with the understanding of that. And this is all new. People expect us to have answers. Sorry, this is a new revolution. Didn't you get that one? It's a new way of thinking, a new way of doing, and it's going to take time for us to figure
You know what happened to
those
a
steps
stack
out.
of green leaflets and clipboards this year?
That's
Yeah.
right, right there.
They were wind-borne items.
Yeah, I risked my life,
Okay.
but you got him back.
All right, thank you. And the clipboards too? Okay.
I just didn't want
Awesome. Thank
Please.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Give me, can I have those pens?
Yep.
All right. Thanks.
And if you have anything else that got blown away.
I think that's it. I think that's it.
Oh, they got blown. Did anybody run out and get them?
You gotta have it.
I think you might be interested in, or somebody might be interested in. Since the Fed Reserve Act, 1913.
Ooh, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, charts and graphs and figures.
Since 1913.
I love all this stuff.
I'm addicted to this.
And government statistics. That could be added. Government statistics.
Well, it all boils down to the Federal Reserve is owned by international banks.
Trust me, it's owned by private people. I
Yeah.
know.
So,
Oh, yeah. And the
I
same
mean,
banks
there's, like, no
supposed to
discussion.
regulate and control own it.
yeah.
But this is the no.
Purchasing
This is. I
power.
mean, it's the government's own numbers, but they don't let people know this shit. You have to actually actively go on there. It's like when they tell you that the unemployment rate is 9.2% or something.
It's higher than that.
The bullshit number they put out. Actually, the employment population ratio is the one to look at. Right now, that's 58.5%. That means 41.5% of all American adults over 16 don't work. 41.5% of our adult population does not work. So we're almost 50-50. And that's been going up. And the only reason the unemployment rate goes down, well, there are a couple of reasons. Not in labor force has gone up dramatically over the last 4 years, baby boomers. People also dropping out because, hey, I'm 45, I can't find a damn job, I just quit. That kind of stuff. Population starting, our labor force population is actually starting to decline. So that masks a lot of people that don't work. And it makes the unemployment rate go down because the only thing the unemployment rate captures are people that receive first tier 1 unemployment, your first 26 weeks. After that, you're not counted on it. You're in the U6, not the U3. And the U6 includes those people. But I believe it does, but the U3 definitely doesn't. It's only those people who are getting tier 1 unemployment. So that 9.12, whatever that percent it is such a mask. It's like telling you that inflation's 2%. No, it isn't. Inflation is 2%. So a basket of goods that were $100 in 1913 cost you $2,200 today, but there's no inflation. And the dollar is the reserve currency of the world. We want a strong dollar. There's your dollar chart over the last 98 years.
Both of those are misleading for different reasons.
No, actually, they're not misleading. And I believe it. I don't believe every damn statistics that I see. But that one right there that tells you in 1913, baseline $1 equal $1. Now it's dropped 98%.
That's
real percent
right.
From what it was, 100.
I'll agree with that chart.
So these are actually real truthful charts.
And they are,
and you have to really dig. You've got to know where to go to get these things.
I know.
So
I know these mechanisms, but there are more mechanisms that are also not economically considered, that complicate matters even further and are just as valid. And one of them is the true rate of unemployment, which is typically totally ignored, which that's the real monster.
That's the
true rate of unemployment.
That's the employment population ratio. That's the true unemployment.
No, that's
people
not
that don't have jobs.
That's not what I'm speaking of. The true rate of I'm sorry, not the true rate of unemployment. The natural rate of unemployment. That's what I mean. The natural rate of unemployment is the real monster. That's the real assassin behind the door.
Well, what's the natural rate?
The natural rate of unemployment is the rate of unemployment when all jobs necessary to produce the goods and services are filled. That natural rate of unemployment continues to increase over time based upon an increase in population and increase in automation at the same time. So fewer and fewer jobs are needed because of an increased efficiency. Sooner or later, the American concept that you have to have a job to be worth anything comes under question, because the natural rate of unemployment catches up and starts to eat away at people who could work, but there's no job available.
But what if the natural rate of unemployment is affected by the artificial rate of what we call GDP or economic growth? When you add in fiat money and deficit spending and all the crap
it already is. I totally agree with your point, and it already is, but that is what creates the business cycle.
If you look at the natural rate of employment, it's likely 50% lower than what we actually need right now, because we pump things up so much with deficit spending and
let's assume that that's true. Let's assume that that's true.
You can manipulate natural statistics by artificial means.
The natural rate of unemployment really can't be edited. It really can't be edited.
So we really only may need 20 million jobs because of artificial growth mechanisms used over the last 50 years, especially 40 since probably my.
Let me get back to.
This is probably when I was born.
Let me get back to 2 or 3 points earlier that you made. One of them was a really good one. Can you regress 2 or 3 points?
Sure. Yeah. I'm good at regressing.
Please do. Back up.
Which one do you want?
Back up 2 or 3 points for me, because I had a really good line of thought there that was going to jump off to one of your points that I have to agree with.
I'm trying to think which one is specifically you might.
It kind of outraced me there.
Yeah. I know. I had coffee.
All right. So let's go back to the rates of unemployment, the natural rate of unemployment, which is
It's so exciting, dude. I don't want to all day long.
if everything's filled, there is a natural rate of unemployment, even if you have all jobs filled. And that natural rate of unemployment continues to increase in our society because of the advancement of technology and automation and an increasing population, and a shrinking number of jobs required to produce all those goods and services. The natural rate of unemployment is what's left over. Now, what you're talking about is, I just remembered, what you're talking about is
are you live
the
streaming?
true rate of unemployment.
Yes. Oh,
The
okay.
reason that huge number is not revealed is because it will absolutely
What's that?
destroy
Yeah.
consumer confidence in the economy. That's why that number is
Hi,
massive
David,
in the first
social
place, and
media.
it always has been.
And
And consumer confidence runs the business.
tell you a little
If
goofy
that
right
number is
now.
revealed and proven,
Because day 5 of the occupation with
You
no
show people that.
oh,
Where's the camera? Oh, there we are. Oh, I was looking here. Okay. So, yeah, there's two outlets. I'm not. Oh, you're fine. There's two outlets over at the generator.
95 years old.
and the American concept of value through work dies.
risking.
That is
I mean, you're
incredibly
risking
dangerous.
When they show the manipulated massage, you're
Well,
free
no,
of
it's
being
not because of that.
9%.
It's not because of the manipulation. It's because of American self-worth. What you need to understand, this is the real reason why these rates are purposefully masked. It's because in order to continue business, in order to continue our standard of living, in order to continue profit, you need to have predictable results. You need to maintain the engines of wealth predictably. If those base values of Americans have jobs, do work, are productive, if that's really questioned because suddenly the number is vastly different than what we thought it was, all internal and all domestic and international investment in our capitalist system stops.
Right, instead of
And
9%,
the
it's
cure-
41% gets to be shown.
The truth,
Confidence goes.
and the truth is far worse than the disease in this case. It is far worse. It is far worse. Far worse. It is far worse.
It's all confidence.
And it is. And
Confidence makes
it is.
confidence. All the
That's
same
true.
stuff.
That's true.
Do you know where
However, if that confidence is within an acceptable margin, that's what the entire capitalist system runs on, really. And capitalism is not the problem. Bad capitalism is the problem. Because other systems are less efficient and totalitarian.
the only problem with
That's the
capitalism right now is because there's money involved.
It's stagnant.
Yeah. You can have capitalism without any monetary system. You can have it with
True.
Eggs.
resource-based economy.
True.
Eggs.
You could.
Yeah,
Eggs
tomatoes.
is
Yeah.
tradable,
Exactly.
acceptable
Exactly.
currency. Right.
That was basically what I was. That
Apples,
information I
who
gave.
cares, whatever.
Right. And
Right.
the information that we talked about earlier today is the new and exciting ideas that pull the investment and create the inefficient jobs in the new industry. You don't know how to do new things yet. That hasn't happened as in every other recovery because we've allowed capitalism to become protectionist.
And
stagnant.
because there has been no recovery.
Well, no, the recovery will happen naturally if creative destruction is permitted.
But they won't let it. They won't let
Because they want to
inflation run
keep
its
what's
course.
going.
They won't let inflation because it'll
This is
kill
what
the
will
rich.
happen. They won't have a lot of choices. When it bottoms out, the whole economy on a global
Right.
level will fail.
That's
So,
exactly it.
That's why the longer you prolong,
The
I
worse
want
it's
it to
going to be.
fail.
you
You
let
want
the
it to
longer
fail.
you
Right.
prolong
Right.
the longer that you
Right.
prolong the healing, that prolong the medication being taken, the worse the symptoms
worse
are going to get,
right.
the worse
That's
the
right.
cancer is
Right.
going to get.
And this will be
They're
right.
keeping
And
bubbles
you know the funny thing?
bubbles everywhere. The stock market is nothing but one damn huge speculative
But
bubble.
you know the funny thing about that? That's a conservative viewpoint.
What?
That's a conservative viewpoint.
What is?
And what you just said, that's a conservative viewpoint.
But it's
But
right.
it's true.
But it's
And
right.
the
Right.
key
That's
point,
why
the
this
key
whole
point
conservative
to changing-
liberal shit is stupid.
Right. And the key point to changing this protest to a movement is to state things in ways that capitalists can understand. In a way that the average American can understand to go, hey, wait a minute. Yeah, we need to do things as they were designed, not the stagnant protectionism we currently have. And that's a winning hand because that's something people can get behind.
Another kind of model I found was Zeitgeist. You've been checked out the Zeitgeist. I don't know if they're here. They were here in Washington.
Zeitgeist, are you talking about Zeitgeist as a cultural concept?
Well,
Like the Venus Project?
exactly.
So
Venus
far,
Project.
I got to get back upstairs because I
Zeitgeist
want to
just
come
happens
out
to
to this
be
little protest. Good talk.
Peter Joseph is taking over kind of where Jacques, I never remember his name, he's 95, and that concept's been around since the 50s. And it's a horizontalism, resource-based economy, but he's also an architect. He's actually designed buildings that have been eco-friendly since the 50s. And Zeitgeist is just now taking that
Forget the half power. We're
word,
having trouble with
Zeitgeist, and now made it
half
created a
power.
site where you can find out the Venus Project and that horizontalism community type of situation, resource-based economy, and that's also something in line with this other thing that I said today. There's 3 concepts that I've seen so far on that resource-based economy, and I think I would really like people to take a look at it and bring it to the platform, have a conversation, because everybody's still going back to the old model, the old paradigm, thinking we can fix it. We can't. It will not endure.
I don't see why it can't, and the reason for that.
We don't want politicians.
I'm not believing it.
Again, it's universally understood in the American understanding, and that's what needs to be accessed. Not what we believe, but what they believe. And what Americans typically believe is that they're all crooks. And they're right, they're all crooks.
Well, yeah,
But to make that more specific in something that can be gotten behind, the understandings need to be made that we've allowed the status quo to ossify.
Oh, yeah.
And we used to have invention, we used to have innovation as a driving force. Now we have profit as a driving force. So really, capitalism used to be about innovation, used to be about human advancement, used to be about a social contract. Yeah. And this had nothing to do with horizontal or hierarchically based economy at all. It had to do with making sure
I did interviews over there.
the society acts so you stay in
Talked to
business.
the lawyer guy.
And the problem now is that capitalism is questioned, the engines of wealth results are questioned, and now you've got a big problem. And rather than making radical change with the
You want me to go with them?
invites the rest of the world to destroy what little freedom we have left. And really, if America is taken out of the global picture, America will be attacked. It's guaranteed. There are 150 different countries in competition. Somebody's going to jump on it.
I have great
So
faith
so
in all
much change.
well,
Only so much change
not
is sustainable.
overnight. It's not going to happen overnight.
Only so much change is sustainable at one time. And at this point, what the real concern here is, and it locks into the social justice symptoms, is that this capitalistic society, capitalistic and individualistic society, no longer has a social contract. That is really the base of a lot of things. However, that cannot be legislated. It cannot be legislated into existence. And there is no system, and we're not in a position, and we certainly don't have the power nor the time to blow up the entire economic system. We don't even know what tools we have available. And what we do have right now, within a short span of time available during transforming protest to a movement, is to address the exact stagnation in that upper 1% that exists now. That protectionism, that cronyism, that crony capitalism, the oligarchy. And no American is in favor of that. That's what can be fixed. That's what can be attacked and should be attacked. Now, as to advance beyond that to a more advanced economic system that is at this point partially theory, that would take a lot more discussion than the time we have available. And it is therefore...
We're going to do the briefing right where we are because everybody's already gathered there.
But these are largely esoteric concepts that the average American just doesn't have the time to understand.
Well, look how quickly this thing's grown.
All right, guys, we are in Pittsburgh, day 5 of occupation. We're getting ready to take their action, which is to march on these guys right here. Look at that ziggurat. Bank of New York Mellon. They own at least half the city of Pittsburgh. So, our folks are assembling right over here. We got one guy that's getting ready to go mobile. We may have more than one. So whoever is mixing and editing, be mindful of that. Let me know if I should also broadcast this on the actual Global Revolution channel and not just on Occupy Pittsburgh. But yeah, keep your eyes open and eyes peeled. It's time for a Pittsburgh March. I'm good on it. What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good.
Thinking about staffing for the month. So far, we have 3 of the month with us. It looks like we have about 38% on battery. So I also have my cell phone as well. What I'm thinking about is putting this one on global revolution. Broadcast the world channel. These are being occupied Pittsburgh. And that is occupied Pittsburgh. Or putting my phone on global revolution. Putting this on occupied Pittsburgh. But I wanted to make sure I had enough people to do it. Dave is over there at Facebook. I did Facebook. Something that is 100% captured. That we like to do.
Yeah. I can help with everything.
What do you? Going over?
Yep.
Or I can do it myself.
I mean, it's easier with the cell phone, obviously. Especially if tickets start getting chaotic. And plugging that
You
thing.
gotta promise me though that you don't destroy my cell phone.
Yeah. Well, it'd be a lot easier to destroy this than it would be your cell phone.
I know. And it's covered by insurance, but the communication that goes through that phone right now is imperative that I have.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
But I have no problem giving it to you. And what I can do is just literally monitor here because we're in the middle.
Right.
I can, do you know where exactly the one thing that I think it's going to really? Because I know he announced it, but I was actually down the street.
Oh,
So I can get you set up like a half that. Double it, about a half. I'll just give you this.
I can live stream from your phone.
Yeah, he's right. So what I'll do is I'll give you the total revenue. Oh, I gotta change that stuff. Nice. Kelly from DC.
Do you up there?
Yeah, there's Dave is not Louis on.
Yeah.
That we watch the quality of the right now. It's going to change automatically. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
All right, sir. I didn't make it this
Oh.
Yeah, take care. I'll be back. I'll see y'all.
Good luck. Okay.
I don't have my.
If the conditions are fine, you'll
That's
be
right.
here.
I will be here. I'll see you for sure this weekend because we have great weather. Right?
So you're a fair weather fan? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't have a tent here. I'm
okay.
just
You know, there's plenty of tents.
I have. Oh, yeah, no, I saw that, but I was waiting for the porta potty.
Aha, there you go.
I'm
Nice. You have all the
55.
proper
I
conditions.
do porta potties in the middle of the night, and I didn't want to go wandering.
Hey, so do I. I agree.
Yeah. I was in the DC one. We had like 20 porta potties. We had outlets all the way out here. It was a sweet. It's still a sweet space. We got 4 months lease on it.
Oh, you mean at Freedom
Over-
Plaza in DC?
Yeah, Freedom Plaza. I was there for 5 days when they started their thing there. So that was real sweet. I was a little spoiled.
Yeah, they actually had the porta potties there for that festival.
When they had the festival, they had actually, those were there first, and they added more for the festival. So really, I think we had 40 of them.
Yeah,
But they left.
I was there as well.
Were you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in the Christian Square.
Were you in the media tent?
Yeah. Set up.
I probably saw you.
You did.
I was wearing my anonymous mask on the side,
Awesome.
my cap. So I probably have pictures of you. Wasn't that the sweet?
I was taking pictures of you.
Everybody's taking pictures
Yeah.
because I had anonymous on
That's
my
how you got to do it. Take pictures of each other that way.
That's right. That's
Catch every
cool.
angle.
What's your name?
My name's Craig.
Craig, Luann.
Luann, great to meet you.
Yeah, cool. Nice to meet you. That was a pretty good time.
Nice to meet you on the phone. Nice to meet you on the phone.
I
Dan.
What's up, buddy?
yeah.
What's up? Just
Yeah.
plug it in.
Stuff like
How many of
that.
those do you have?
Yeah.
What's that?
That's
Press.
why I had hello.
I just made one for me.
Yes, I did.
We've got a bunch
over.
of these though.
I'll get
I
some
did
more.
just tape
I got
and
more lettuce in my garden.
I just want
You
to
guys
run and
need
grab
lots.
my oversalt right here. Yeah. You give me a second?
Do you have
Yeah,
a
Or we
with
need
the
a
hot dog?
pre-made salad. If you can make salad, that's great.
Yeah, the pasta salads. We can do that.
Yeah.
I'll
Whatever
have
you with
to
your
bring
lettuce. You can
Just,
just throw
oh
together.
yeah. What I'll do is for the weekend, because I'm going to come here and camp out. The only thing is I have a car, and I don't have what do you call it, inspection. So I'm like, I'd have to drop it and go. So I'd have to give somebody a head up on that.
Yeah.
Because that's I'm trying to lay low on that. But yeah, I got all that stuff I can do.
Everybody cross their fingers.
See if you got power, juice.
We've
I
got
was-
juice.
I was almost done filling out my unemployment thing. That just took an hour to do.
Yeah, then I've already been there, done that. Is that what you're doing now? Yeah. I've done it twice, so not too worried. That was cool. It's nice to see somebody from the other place too. Anyways, I'm trying to get a generator. I've hooked up with a guy who's got a solar powered one. He won't give it to us for free, but I'm trying to negotiate price. See if we can get raised some cashola. So
Is it
I'm
going?
waiting to hear from him. That would be nice. Solar would be like something like
Yeah, I was trying the same thing.
Fucking article.
Company that just was just south of me in the South Hills. I'm waiting to hear back from them too. They said that they would run it to us as well.
yeah. Oh, they said they at least rent it to you. That could be costly too.
Yeah,
It's almost better.
Right in my head.
The one that I thought was like I don't know what we're going to need power wise, but he had 3 levels, almost 2,500, and that was on the price on the website. And I'm waiting to hear back to see if he could do better than that, because I think once you rent it, it might be more costly, and we don't know how long this is gonna occupation will take. So
right.
I'm waiting to hear back from him. He makes earth sheltered homes, and he has all this extra stuff that he attaches to the site. They're really cool.
If you
Well, I got to get meander to my
go
JLB.
the process of completing it, you will need to close your
So I can
browser.
pay my
Start over.
All right, guys, I will see you later. Take care.
Thank you. Having good scratch.
I'll do it later. Sorry about the argument. Look at that. We need food in the waste. But you don't want to leave that there.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, we'll get you squared away. Oh, did I really drop a Reese cup on the ground? No. So good. 5-second rule. I mean, this. Don't even judge.
Our laptop's dead.
Ned?
I've got it plugged in here.
Okay.
Do you mind if you, when you back up, if I'm not around, just take it into the tent? Cool. You should know. Nigel called you a couple times and figured picking up and I had to like be recorder after that.
I love the gilded table as the hospitality. What's up, Nigel? Yeah. Yeah, this should be a third one. It should have been mine as well, my cell phone. Car was just operating. But it shut off now from talking to you. This one's sitting at hospitality. It can't be on the move if you use it. That's the webcam. But it's, it's a little more comfortable choice. It's cell phone. I was actually planning on switching mine to the
How are you fellas doing today?
that way in case we needed another angle. We had it much broader reach instead of just one.
Oh, shit.
Being charged? Yeah, it's plugged in right now. It's only at 50%. That's one that we were on the street. Get into the studio? I know that Dave was actually on Facebook. He's Twitter right now. That's good. Say that again?
I just been stuff I want to say.
Oh, yeah. You need someone else to do that?
All right, so I'm gonna be on this.
Okay. I mean, if you have time to either text me directions or just tell me how to do it, I can do it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, I haven't. Yeah, I see actually Tori's is open right now, and I see he actually has it open, but I've never actually used it. I'm sure it's not too difficult to figure out. I just don't want to do it in the middle of the broadcast. Okay, so tell me what you're thinking of playing. Because right now I have Troy on his cell phone. I got the live feed here, and I was going to give my cell phone a call, which is open up the issue. friend is he's a junior 13.
Folks, money's going to fund what?
He's
That's down on it right now. I understand that, but it's especially harsh right now since the season's changing. It's been cold, very cold at night. And in big cities, you know, homeless people like to do what they love to. They love to be in jail. They love to get
Okay,
themselves
well, I'm
into
sitting here,
jail.
the same
The
laptop
city
that has
charges
the
them last
screen view right now. The guy sitting there talking, that has,
So that's always going to be capitals.
so I mean, I could chill out here, just stay here. I'll just have my broadcast on this.
I got a high position.
I mean, I could, huh?
Yeah, can't stop the.
Yeah, he's going to
Yeah. We just got to deal with it.
Has to be proactive.
Yeah, when I do not watch around here, so I am having.
March hasn't started yet.
This is a safe haven for literally this is an occupation.
Okay, that's cool. I think we're good. I just want to make sure the plan is cool. Since I'm in the studio now, I'll stay there with the street cam and, you know, just listen to people come just talk to me. It doesn't have the hospitality that's anyway. Here you go. Here you go. I'm right at hospitality. Can you see it? Right in front of the porta potties. Porta potties is to my left. Huh?
I don't think there's any thank you
Uh-huh. Yeah, keep an eye on me. I'm waving to you right now. No, I wasn't giving you a free talk.
Yeah.
All right, so Tori's got a cell phone. Should I just put Colin on Occupy Pittsburgh too and just speak about the revolution? I don't have. Hey, I'm calling you at the same time. Yeah, you just called me. That was weird. Yeah, like literally as we're talking, I had another call coming in. Yeah, stop fucking around, Mark. Okay, look at I'm waving the satellites and shit like a phone call. Yeah. All right. I got a handset for you too. Okay, buddy. Don't be afraid of it.
I know.
Don't be afraid of it, whatever you do.
On the TV, I saw it one time. I had power, so I was like, no, this is not the way it was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
What do you mean it wasn't supposed to happen with Rome on fire?
It's supposed to be peaceful. I was thinking that basically that would have spread to the other cities.
Yeah.
Glad that it
Violence won't spread.
I'm sorry.
Violence won't spread. Wow.
I don't think
Are you streaming?
Yeah. So, yeah, whatever you want to say to the world or don't say to the world.
Am I on Occupy or am I?
I'm going to put you back on just talk about it.
I have one or two on me. Hotspot. Put them on.
You have 202?
What are you doing a hotspot, right?
You don't need a hotspot, right?
No, I only have 3G. So this will actually, messes with the
Right.
quality.
Right.
Yeah, 202. And we are almost dead battery.
One way. Your phone? Switch me.
Yep.
That's a fucking. Eric. you take the lead, and Colin will be right behind you. You guys should probably bring reindeer. Huh? Have it? If you go in there, I got my blue jacket. It's not super awesome, but it's definitely pretty good.
You guys think about taking reindeer?
See this?
Yeah, a tiny bit. It probably might be a light drizzle.
It's a 90% chance of rain.
90% chance of rain. Fuck.
So, and I've lived in Pittsburgh for 20 years.
Okay,
It's
so you
going
don't
to
see-
rain.
You don't know whether
Bring reindeer, just in case.
It's going.
I haven't been back that long, but I know when I see those clouds, what it is.
Take 'em home. Take 'em home. Put 'em up on the football pitch.
I like the fact that you guys take your time and debrief people. They haven't left yet, right?
No,
All right, well, since they haven't left yet, I'm going to take a moment to charge. Not sure. Uh-oh.
Dominic.
You might just keep an eye on this. I gotta go to my USB.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm just going to the second floor. Okay.
You got a cigarette? I can get it off for you. What on? What?
Yeah, that was okay. Yeah. So maybe like. Buddy, you got some chance?
Yes, ma'am.
Why
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
you start and keep up with your chance? We'll start it. We'll get it
Are we
going.
watching that way or just
We're gonna come down those steps to that entrance.
Okay.
You just lead us some chance and we'll get them come gathering. Yes.
BNY Mellon corporate felon. 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 Corporate felon. BNY Mellon. BNY Mellon. Corporate felon. BNY Mellon. Corporate felon. BNY Mellon. Corporate felon. BNY Mellon. Corporate felon. Let's go! Occupy 99, let's show what we're made of! BNY Mellon. Corporate felon. BNY Mellon. Corporate felon. BNY Mellon. Corporate felon. Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Corporate crooks have got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Corporate crooks have got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Corporate crooks have got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Corporate crooks have got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Corporate crooks have got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Corporate crooks have got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Corporate crooks have got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Corporate crooks have got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Corporate crooks have got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Corporate crooks have got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Corporate crooks have got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Corporate crooks have got to go! Hey, hey! You got that? That's practice, baby. Hey, hey! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Corporate crooks have got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Corporate crooks have got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Corporate crooks have got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Corporate crooks have got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh!
I'm going to talk to you sometime about sharing media,
Okay.
but not right now.
Okay. Oh crap. Okay. That's what's going on? Right on. Steps. Wow, right on. Gotta reduce my bit rate. Thanks, guys. Buses out of downtown. But in the next hour, figure it out. Hope to be there by, by the time we see. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I needed housing. Because I wouldn't be able to run the curve. So I was going to take a bus to Lawrenceville and get that. So for sure, within the next hour, I'll call that.
Yes.
Awesome.
Oh, so fantastic. Came down for a visit the other day. It's great.
Lost it?
Yeah. They're really cool.
That's cool as heck.
Yeah. My interview, I had on my resume that I was an intern at the Obama campaigns.
Yeah.
That's awesome. He's just like, I was like, oh, I'm like already, I'm gonna get along with this guy so well. He's like, already, he's just figured it out.
That's why people lie.
Yeah.
Keep life, people lie. So, Alright, I gotta do so. I gotta. You ready to go?
Yeah.
I'll take this shit. Alright, so wherever he is, do the opposite.
Yep. This nuts are gonna blow. But it's still coming.
You know it's heavy.
What's that?
Your long battery's still heavy. I don't know how long you plan on watching. Thank you very much. Yes. Oh man, thanks.
I want to live there.
Well done. So what time's your class?
It's not one, but I need to throw laundry.
Where are you doing that?
What?
Where are you doing that?
If you need to do laundry, I'll take that and I can throw it in shower. I can give you a shower. Boulevard of Allies and First, what street?
Take that one.
I have it.
That's right. Yeah, please. Yeah, let me know when
Mine's
you're free.
dead and I couldn't find the charger, so. What time is it?
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's not.
You don't have a phone and I don't have a phone.
It is actually about 11:30.
Probably 11:30, 12 o'clock. Is there a USB charger over here?
Yeah, I got two in my pocket. Yes, pick it up.
Because I asked the other night if they're paying to come back to people come sleep in our bed. We have like a living room, bedroom. Like laundry, I don't know what to do. Friday, I work 30 to 4:30. Thursday, I have a class.
Yeah, I don't even have a shower though.
I was thinking all day about what's gonna drink.
Right on the edge. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Are you watching it?
How you going, man? Good, how are you? Pretty good. I don't know. Good game. Good job. Good job. Good song. Yeah. It's like, no, it was like an actual song. He wrote and he was reading off of it. It was so good. Right on. Go, guys. Go. Yeah, it was that.
I was super drunk.
I woke up at like 8, and I was like, fuck.
Takes so much more, especially because it was not their open. It's their Russian. Yeah, they're open like 6 and 10 days a week, and then on Saturday. So if you're trying to go to the beach, you have to be out there during like that's like yeah. Well, I know it's like you don't even realize how convenient it is. Like whenever like sometimes it takes 45 minutes to get there. And by the time I got there, they just go. But I like the six year Hey, buddy. Yep.
Yeah, I just want to back up. Okay. So right when the march started, I just want to give a shout out to whoever our lovely friend is in a certain local financial institution who delivered us, paid for and delivered 2 whole pizzas in support of what's going on right now. So,
Hell yeah.
thank you to whoever that fine young gentleman is in a certain local financial institution. And thank you to Georgie at Pizza Fiesta.
Hey, shout out to Vitelli's Pizza too on
Bocelli's, did they drop some stuff off too?
No, but they're my homeboys. If we ever need anything, we can go down there. I used to work there.
All right, Craig's
Check
boys
us out.
over at Bocelli's on Penn will hook you up too, but definitely so greatly appreciated, and I'm going to go distribute this to the masses now. Thank you.
Hey, can I get a slice?
Yeah, that's what I was coming over. You guys want a little? Yeah,
I'll tell you what, okay. Yeah, that's why I was actually bringing those to you. Okay. That would be awesome. Now,
yeah.
there's these and there's, okay, and this is like the shout out list that is growing for thank you, for donations. Okay. So maybe we need to wait for David to get back to punch this all in, get a pen. I do have time. Yep. Then I will take last I'll hold it for you. I will hold it very closely. I'm gonna go get I'm gonna get some plates. Put it some plates. Are you administrator?
Free speech.
I'll let David get back. I'm gonna grab a couple. Do you want any plates? Yeah. Okay.
How you doing today, man?
How you doing?
Pretty excellent. Pretty excellent.
Yeah, it sounds like you're
Oh, crap. Yeah. Yeah.
Would you like to say a few words at all? Shout out to the world.
Backing it up.
What do you think of all this?
Backing it up.
What do you think of all this?
Give me a trash bag.
I'll be down here.
Actually, great. You just grab a tarp. That small gray tarp that's in there.
Yeah.
In the,
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I was having a hard time. The guy over here that started getting irate with me because I asked him to like not smoke his own thing. Don't understand what I'm trying to get at here. Whatever. There still can't be got this therapy for those things. So I don't really have to. But now, I don't think I'm really good at dressing.
I've got to go deliver this message. The rest of these.
I'm not. I think that was kind of a problem with the working group that just kind of came together and sort out what was going to happen with this march.
Yep.
Hello.
I didn't find you a small green one, but I found you a small zero. Thank you very much. The weather in Pittsburgh is so ridiculous.
Huh?
Look at the sunshine.
There's a rainbow somewhere.
Oh, look at that. You guys actually had this already set, didn't you?
All right, man. I think you got enough to go. You got 19%. You want me to go with that?
The only bitch of that is that it blocks the sound pickup, doesn't it?
It doesn't, so I can't figure it out.
Craig, you've been at some of these general assemblies.
Oh, dude.
Has there been any protocol, directive, ideas, suggestions on how to deal with people who are either not pulling their weight or aren't really here? Like,
No. Literally, that's
because there's like these three cats that keep being set up in the middle of the lane, and I feel like that's kind of going to be a call for in the middle of the lane. I like folded up the lawn chairs that were there, and
like on the walkway.
yeah, we're in the middle of the walkway, and like,
yeah,
they're doing this, like smoking cigarettes in the middle of the lane. Like, huh?
Security just needs to call them out.
Who's actually on security right now? Because I'm doing like 7 different things.
I think they're marching.
That's kind of what I figured.
Let them do a thing now, and we'll see how they act once the population comes down.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. But they were doing that straight from this morning. I don't know if they were doing that yesterday morning.
You can't block the walkways.
Right. That seems like a standard kind of access and egress you need to be able to get in and out.
Exactly.
You want another slice, man?
Heck yes.
There's cheese.
They
just
cut them
straight up
small.
cheese underneath.
No, I love green peppers, man. I'm cool with this.
Thank you for the pizza. Pizza Fiesta.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Now the camera gets it.
Yeah, camera, eat it.
Eat that camera.
Eat it.
Eat that. Okay. I'm gonna go find some other pillars to strip.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna go.
All right. You mind hanging with this? I'll be right back. I need to stop this guy.
Alright, so literally no clouds above us at all. But it's still raining. Nothing new in Pittsburgh. Nothing new at all. Yeah, so our main thing at this point is the card that we have on the computer. Keeps blowing away.
coming. I hit. How is it raining right now?
What?
How is it raining right now?
I have no idea. I was wondering that. I looked up, I'm like, wait a
Like
minute,
is
where
it blowing from that cloud over there? Because that's like the only thing I can think. But it's blowing this way, so like I'm really confused. There's no clouds over here. There's no clouds over here, and the wind's blowing like this. I don't understand, man.
What is that?
What's new, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much doing this 2 nights ago, I think it was.
Well, everybody else over there.
Yeah, they're around the front, I believe. Yeah. How's the view? Pretty awful. Awful? Alright. I can't get the... I'll see if it's
Oh, wow. All right, you check me out.
So, sir, what we're doing right now?
Wow, that's kind of cinematic.
I mean, no, I mean, it's really cool to me, but I don't know if the viewers can
That is really cool. I like that. Look at the depth of field.
right?
Yeah, that's really fucking. Throw an apple in there, why don't you? That'd make my day. Look at the apple right there.
I know, it has a crazy autofocus, it just focuses on the closest thing.
Oh,
But yeah, keeping it in there is kind of...
excuse me.
I mean, it should stop raining any...
We got another guy coming.
There's another guy coming. So like for a bit there, it's just raining and it's like clouds there.
Yo, South Side. Not much, but something.
Oh, well, okay, so last time what happened was that so it warned me there was like 15% battery left, and then it didn't go back to the...
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was not listening because I got some really awesome.
Good.
Yeah. Beautiful. I love it. So awesome. Okay, good.
It warned me that there was only 50% battery life left, and then after that, like, that warning and like canceled out. So what it kept going. Like, if the can't destroy it, you have to time.
So, basically, thus far I've been traveling something. $5. That's cool. All right, I'll take $35. Give me a call and business stuff. What has some advice from that? I accept. I've been calling you. I have been calling you 3 times. I said I'm like, all right. Yeah. No, I'm not going to call you. Or my mom. Okay. So, you have it. We have Sunday. Anyone who's fun to you, I think,
occupation. So we're like, well, we're also okay, band together. I might not be, but we do it. Yeah. So this guy works here, right? Seattle is broadcasting last week.
That's gonna be badass.
Super. Yeah. My stream team. There you go, buddy. It's my homeboy, one of the other people live stream. He's down in Tennessee. Just watch this. All right. Yeah, very happy to see you. Oh, nice. I was trying to figure out the thing. Get more frustrations. You got something? I'm in live stream studio premium, and I do have Procaster open.